Hi, I'm Andrew Holzman. I'm a licensed marriage and family therapist. I work at Family Tree Counseling Associates in Carmel, Indiana. And I'm entitling this video, Things Left Unsaid Could Create Space When There Could Be Warmth. And what I mean by that is, often in counseling sessions, I hear from people that they're not very good with words, or they're not very good with emotions especially, and they're unable to talk about what they feel and what they care about to their partner. And so a lot of things go unsaid. A lot of people in relationships don't talk about important subjects. They don't talk about their love. They don't talk about their feelings. They don't talk about their fears and their anxieties and their worries and medical problems and family of origin problems, emotional problems, a lot of things, because it's embarrassing, you're vulnerable, you don't want to talk about those things. So in our culture, that's pretty understandable, pretty normal. And if people don't talk about these things, well, counseling, therapy is a good avenue with the right therapist to talk about these things. So I had someone tell me recently that he tells his wife every day, or just about every day, that he loves her, and that's when he said, if there are things that are unsaid, it creates that hole, that space, rather than filling that space with the love, with the feeling. And I thought that was very poetic and very lovely. Most people are not comfortable talking about those things, talking about their family issues, talking about their feelings, like I said. So what do you do? If you've been trained or you've been role modeled to not talk about things, to be a worker, to be a person who accomplishes things, to be a person who is competent in their own way, but not talk about feelings, other than probably when you first met your partner, and then you were, as I think, when people are very close and they're in their romantic phase and they're enmeshed, they are very warm with each other and they're very connected, and usually there aren't kids to get in the way, so to speak, or work doesn't matter, kids don't matter, nothing really takes the place of finding this person and being with this person who you love. And then life happens, and the enmeshment goes away, and the connection that people loved goes away, and the walls build up, and you don't talk about those feelings as frequently. Maybe just, when you're making love or close to that do people share some inner feelings. And that's a pity, because there's a lot of good warmth and good connection and good reasons to be in that relationship that if you don't convey, the other person is not going to be able to read your mind. And so, again, how do you do that? Well, number one is to be cognizant, to be aware that you have those feelings. It's too easy to just complain about your partner, about your spouse. It's too easy to be reactive or emotional to the things that they do wrong. And that's pretty common. And if you do that and you're only thinking of the negative, then you're going to have a negative relationship. So what are the positive things? I'm not being Pollyanna-ish here and saying you should ignore the bad things in your relationship. I'm just saying, if you're in this relationship, if you choose to be in this relationship, and sometimes I say, well, you have the choice. You don't have to be in the relationship. I'm being provocative when I say that. I'm saying, well, if you're so upset and so angry and so hurt and so frustrated, you do have those choices, and you do have those choices. But if you choose to be in the relationship, being in the relationship and not seeing the reasons why you're in that relationship, and not expressing those reasons or expressing yourself to that person. So ultimately it's about expressing your feelings to that other person, your worries, your anxieties, your concerns, the things that upset you in your life that may not have anything to do with the other person, or may have some things to do with the other person, but are coming from inside of you. So number one is being able to figure out what's going on with me. What am I feeling? What am I going through that if I can talk about, I might feel safer and more comfortable. And maybe if I do that, then I can feel that love and that connection to that person and talk about that with the person. I had a client a little while ago who, when he would talk about his girlfriend, fiance, he's always talking about the things that irritated him. And he was very passionate about this woman, very, very passionate about this woman, and just was frustrated with some things that were going on in their relationship. Well, I talked to him about, well, you are very passionate about this relationship. When you two had broken up, you were devastated. So do you ever share your passion, your feelings, your good feelings, regardless of if she does or not? If you can share yours, you might start something where you both are talking in a way where you're not just beating each other up and banging each other up. And that's what people tend to do. They tend to just be focused on the little things and the big things that have hurt them, but not so much being able to say to each other why they're there and what's good about their relationship. And this is important and simple, and it might make a big difference. So I just wanted to share this little piece of thought, because often people are very focused on their issues and focused on their pain, and that's understandable. It's okay to talk about it. It's also okay to feel safe enough in a relationship that you've chosen so you can resolve some of those feelings and feel comfortable and feel safe and feel loved and share love. So thank you. My name is Andrew Holzman. I work at Family Tree Counseling. My number, if you wish to call me, is 317-457-8668. 317-457-8668. I can also be reached at aholzman, Holzman 2 at Comcast.net. Thanks again for listening. Bye.